I think Antigone is a different story depending on who it's told by.
Broken down so basically is that it's just a young woman who is in such deep grief. So I mean, she lost her father, she lost her mother under terrible circumstances, and now her two brothers are dead, and one of her brothers isn't going to be buried. In her eyes, she's really following her heart, and she's going to do what she thinks is right, which is different than what Creon thinks is right, and she's going to bury her brother at whatever cost.
For Creon, Antigone is about the responsibilities of the state and the responsibilities that the state has to its people, but it's also a show about government oppression and even women's rights. You have these conflicts of state versus the people. You have the conflicts of masculinity versus femininity. It deals with a lot of sensitive issues in very interesting ways.
I love what goes on backstage, if I'm being honest. I love the process of rehearsal. I love the connection of the cast. The casts aren't meant to last, and I love the fact that we're all okay with that we might all go back to our separate lives until the next time that we come together, but that we can fall in and out of that routine and come together and be just as strong. I mean, the fact that this show was going to happen last spring and now here we are back again, honestly feels like very little has changed, which now being an alum feels really nice to have something like that to come home to.
One of the most poignant things that a previous director of mine ever said was very similar to what you said, and he brought us all into a room and he said, this exact group of people will likely never be in the same room together ever again. And there's such an odd, sort of solemn, like poetic beauty to that.
Absolutely.
It's sad, but it's also, you have the opportunity to make the most of that group of people for that brief period of time that you have them. And it's beautiful.